Namaste. Babaji, are there demons amongst us?
Yes, there are demons amongst us. There are some yogis who believe we are in Dvapara ascending yuga, and there's other yogis who believe we're still in Kali Yuga. And Kali Yuga being the dark age. We have 14 lokas, and Earth sits in mid-heaven. And below Earth is 7 lokas, 7 talas or hell worlds. And these are not happy realms, they're not harmonious realms. Sometimes you can find yourself in those lokas. They have beings in them that exist in them. And asuras, like in the Vedas, in different stories in the Vedas, they're very powerful. Some are as powerful as demigods. And Shukracharya, ruler of Venus, is as powerful as a demigod, extremely powerful. But in today's society, today's world, asuras don't have to materialize to influence humanity. They can influence humanity very easily because of the energy, because of the consciousness, because of the way people are living and behaving. Now, people have misconceptions about demons, in my opinion, at least in the West. And I'm not going to go into detail, but I have seen some of these asuras, and people have no concept of how vile and horrifying. There are different gates into these different realms. You've seen them.
Yes, I have.
And they're bound, they're locked by magical means. They're magical doorways. And they can be unlocked. And I have seen the most, what I believe to be the critical one. And behind that gate are armies waiting. People don't understand that in the astral worlds and the subtler realms, there are wars that are being fought constantly. You could call them between the forces of lightness and darkness. And these are constantly being fought. There are spirits all around us, even in this physical plane. And there's good beings and dark beings. And I have seen these asuras. They have their own Bible. Simple prayers are not going to push them aside or move them back. Simple traditional prayers. I found that the only effective prayers are, there has to be a specific meaning and a specific power and a specific purpose and a specific timing. Like the 12-letter Maha Mantra, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, proved to be effective in combination with empowered talisman to drive them back. But I have seen their Bible. They have their own belief system. They have their own prophecies. They have their own heroes. They believe they're going to win in the end. This is a very serious matter because people think uh, in most traditions that the demons know that they've lost. They haven't known no such thing. They believe they're going to win. We've even seen in the Vedas stories of like Tarkasur in the Shiva Puranas. We don't know the exact time frame in our time scale, but he conquered the universe and ruled it for eons. It could have been tens of millions of years. We don't know. But this happens. They occasionally overthrow the demigods. And usually that's with Shukracharya's help because he's incredibly powerful. And in those times, we don't know the time frame of how long it takes to drive them out. Usually the demigods have to call upon Lord Vishnu to use his or her supreme power to reestablish order. So these beings exist and people don't understand. They have their Hollywood conceptions, but they're more cunning and vile and more controlled than anyone could ever imagine.
So, Swami, we're never alone. Is it your awareness that these beings can materialize into this material world where people can actually see them?
Well, I believe most of humanity are demonic. Um,
That's a very good point.
there,
Not a laughing matter.
It's not. There's a race of humans, and that we have seen through different yugas. And are we talking about the same humans that were originally created by Brahma, or are so many of these humans that are born now behaving out of their own nature? Because what I'm seeing now is lack of discipline, lack of control, vile, horrible psychopathic behavior. And
A society without consciousness.
without consciousness, without values, without morality, and behaving in such a way that there's disharmony everywhere.
And is this because there is so many different kinds of energy waves going through the atmosphere, like Wi-Fi and bad thoughts from your associations? Does this affect us?
I think that's exactly right. We have behavior, and this creates samskara, and we have societal behavior, and people are easily influenced on social media and through the airwaves. You've seen how people, they go see psychiatrists because they can't get whole groups to agree with them, and so people are banding together in these group karma psychology, and they are basically in disarray. Their minds are in disarray, their lives are in disarray. And this opens them up to this influence that I mentioned about demonic influence, asuric influence from other realms. They don't have to materialize to affect humanity. And until people gain value, establish values and overcome these habits and simplify their lives and stop following groups and others and start returning to traditional morality, this is going to continue in this particular age.
Thank you, Babaji.
Thank you very much. Om Shanti.